Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. The NFL Draft tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, round one. And while I may not be a big NFL guy, mainly because I'm a Redskins fan, and Redskins fans have been miserable for over 30 years. You got to go back to 1991. Guys like Mark Rippon, guys like Art Monk, man, Darrell Green, one of the greatest players of all time. I loved the Redskins, but then they became the football team, and then they became the Commanders or the Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever they're called. And I got tired of the NFL. I love college football. I eat, sleep, and breathe Tennessee football. I love to talk about it right here with you guys all day, every day on the Talkin VAWLS Network. And I think the NFL Draft, even if you're not an NFL fan, it's still important because so many times you hear from these recruits, right? They come in on visits. They're kind of gauging the coaching staff. They're trying to make a decision that is going to impact their life, going to impact their future, and part of that is development and getting to the league. So some kids may grow up wanting to play college football, but they dream of playing NFL football. So it is important when we talk about development and getting guys to the league. Again, the NFL Draft tonight kicks off round 1, 8 p.m. Rounds 2 and 3 will be tomorrow night at 7 p.m., and then rounds 4 through 7 will be on Saturday starting at noon. But when you look at what Josh Heupel has done since taking over, you go back to 2022. Alontae Taylor, second-round draft pick. You got to look at their production as well. Alontae Taylor, 75 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 2 interceptions, and 14 passes defended in 17 games this season. Velus Jones Jr., third-round draft pick that year in 2022. Only had 4 catches for 20 yards, 51 yards on 8 carries in 14 games. Matthew Butler went in the 5th round, saw limited action. Cade Mays played in every game. He was a 6th-round draft pick. Also Theo Jackson, 6th-round draft pick, Minnesota Vikings. He had 21 tackles and an interception in 15 games. But you really start to see more of Josh Heupel's body of work in 2023. Man, it was fun. It was fun to see Darnell Wright's name called in that first round. 10th overall draft pick. We did a watch party. It's great. That's what we need. We need to see guys getting to the league and having success in the league. And not only was Darnell Wright a first-round draft pick, 10th pick overall, he also started all 17 games for the Bears. I think that was huge. Hendon getting drafted in the 3rd round. Jalen Hyatt drafted in the 3rd round. Hyatt had 373 yards on 23 receptions. I don't think that's a bad start to his NFL career. Cedric Tillman, 224 yards on 21 receptions. But then you look at BY. Byron Young going in the 3rd round. He shows you what Rodney Garner can do. He knows how to develop you. He knows how to get you ready for the league. And then BY goes as a rookie, 64 tackles, 8 sacks, 2 forced fumbles in 18 games with the Rams, named to the NFL All-Rookie team. You don't think guys that play edge want to come play for Rodney Garner? I mean, he's proven it throughout his career, and he's doing that at Tennessee. But what about this next class? What about the guys about to get drafted in the 2024 NFL Draft? We're going to take a look at an article from VolQuest. We're going to break it down and talk about it, but as always, do me a favor and smash the thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, free, easy. It helps the channel. I would also appreciate it very much. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We don't pretend to be that. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. So if you like what we do, make sure you subscribe and click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. But what about you guys? Are you NFL fans? Who's your NFL team? Put in the comment section, and who do you hope they pick? Who do you hope they take in that 1st round, that 2nd round? I would love to see all the different teams. If it's Cowboys, just go ahead and unsubscribe and don't leave a comment. That would be a great thing to do if you're a Cowboys fan. But let's go take a look at this article from VolQuest.com, where Tennessee players are projected in ESPN's 7-round NFL mock draft. This is from Grant Ramey. Says ESPN's Jordan Reed on Monday released a full 7-round NFL mock draft predicting all 257 picks ahead of this week's draft. Only 2 Tennessee football players were included in this projection. Now, does that surprise you? Obviously, you're going to know the names right out of the gate. Says Reed had Tennessee running back Jalen Wright going in the late 3rd round at number 91, and quarterback Joe Milton going in the 7th round at 248. Does that surprise you? Does it surprise you that only 2 Vols from that 2023 football team are projected here by Jordan Reed in the 7th-round NFL draft pick? Kind of surprising to me. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But he mentions Jalen Wright first, going in the 3rd round to the Green Bay Packers. Mel Kiper kind of agreed with that. I saw where Mel Kiper also had Jalen Wright in the 3rd round, but said he would go pretty early in that third round. Only had one. Mel Kiper only had one running back listed going in the first and second round. And it's just, I think it's the nature of the beast. I think the running back position in the NFL is a dime a dozen now. If you can't get that elite game changer, I think you just take a running back when you can take a running back. But this was the quote from Mel Kiper. Said, Wright made my list of risers after the combine, 4.3840. I think a lot of people slept on just how fast Jalen Wright was. And it really stood out in that Georgia game. When he housed that house call on the first play of the game, and he outran two elite safeties to get to the end zone. Elite speed, 4.3840, an 11.2 broad jump, and a 38-inch vertical leap. He goes on to say here, Wright hits the hole decisively, but I also love that he is a stellar pass blocker. Is that a concern for Tennessee in 2024? Is that a concern for the Vols replacing Jalen Wright as a pass protector? Says he can handle blitzers and play on third downs in the NFL. He caught only 30 passes in 3 seasons for the Vols, but he has the tools to develop as a pass catcher. What a great season for Jalen Wright, man. What a great season with Tennessee, putting up the numbers he put up, getting that 1,000-yard season, averaging over 7 yards per carry. And that's why when I talk about needing another running back, Cam Seldon, maybe he's that guy when he gets healthy. And I understand why Josh Heupel elected to not add a back and not kind of stir up a hornet's nest, but it is a concern for me. I think Cam Seldon can be that guy along with Dylan Sampson. I just hope Dylan Sampson stays healthy, man. He stays healthy, he is going to have himself a year. But then you can see here in the article, Jordan Reed projects Joe Milton going in the 7th round to the Buffalo Bills. What do you guys think? I've kind of been saying this for a while after the 2023 season. I think somebody's going to take a shot on Joe Milton. I don't know if he sticks around till the 7th round. Maybe it's a 5th round. Maybe it's a 4th round. I think some GM out there is going to look at the big arm, going to look at the athletic specimen in front of them and say, I can fix him. Believe me, I can fix him. Let's take a shot on Joe Milton just because of the superior arm talent. It goes on to talk about the Packers, who they've signed, and why they think that Jalen Wright will end up there and why Joe Milton will end up with the Bills. Again, the NFL draft starts tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time, rounds 2 and 3 tomorrow, and then rounds 4 through 7 begin Saturday at noon. But are you guys surprised that only Jalen Wright and Joe Milton were kind of listed there and predicted to go in the NFL draft? What about Kamal Hadden? I think Kamal Hadden was playing really good football last year until the injury. Of course, he goes down for the season, but I think he's a guy that a team, maybe he doesn't get drafted, but he's going to have a shot to play in the NFL, whether if it's undrafted free agent or a team takes a shot on him lately. Not to cast stones at Kamal Hadden, but his social media discipline was lacking. Sometimes I find myself there too. You get tired of reading things on Twitter or reading things on YouTube, and you fire off comments, and then you can't take it back. I wonder how much NFL teams will look at that, plus also just trying to bounce back from that shoulder injury. But I think Kamal Hadden is a guy that could possibly get drafted. And another one's McCallan Castles, right? When he transferred here, and we're taking, all right, McCallan Castles commits to Tennessee. Let's go see what he looks like. Don't know a whole lot about him, but then you find out real quick. He is an NFL draft prospect. Comes to Tennessee, really physical in the run game. Third on this football team in receptions. Now, does that speak to the lack of wide receiver production last year, or does that speak to McCallan Castles has what it takes? He's athletic, he can catch, he can block, but again, third on this team in receptions, had 22 catches for 283 yards and 5 touchdowns for this Tennessee football team in 2023. But I think he's one to watch if he doesn't get drafted, also undrafted free agent. But what do you guys think? Is there anybody else from that 2023 team that maybe if they don't get drafted is going to have a shot to play at the next level? Jump into the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on that. And then again, I want to hear from you guys. Who is your NFL team and who do you want them to take? As always, guys, help me out and smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. I would greatly appreciate it. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS Network merchandise at bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. As always, shout out to you members of the channel. If you've got a Power T beside your name, you're one of the reasons I get to do this full-time as a career. Could not do it without you. You want to be a part of that, hit that join button right over there beside subscribe. It's just $1, just $1 a month. If you like the channel, the content, the videos, the live streams, the community aspect, whatever it is you like about this channel, we would greatly appreciate your support. But if not, smash the thumbs up because that's quick, free, and easy. Jump into the comment section. Let's talk about the NFL draft and what it means for the University of Tennessee, because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.